All right, Jason is back with this full forecast. So this rain and windstorm just getting started here in our state, but already we have seen the turnpike reducing speed limits for much of I-95. Our morning team is already coming in saying the conditions are getting bad, but you just told me it's going to get worse.
Yeah, I mean, only the rain's here now. The wind hasn't ramped up yet. There's no 50 or 60 or more mile-an-hour gusts going on yet. So add the wind to what you have and all of this mess of rain on live radar. That is coming down, yes, heavy at times, heading up towards the capital area region there, north of Portland. Sure, this is where the banding is going to continue here. Right now, away from the southern coast, I expect the foothills especially to really get hammered tomorrow by that rain in the southeast facing slopes. Sunday night, this is right now water vapor imagery, and look at what's going on here. All the dry air is this orange, and then out ahead of it, you've got all this convection going on that is out ahead of this little curl here, a little low pressure spinning here. By the way, a tornado down the Carolinas, yes, and we got all this moisture streaming out ahead. It's going to be a bad storm. Widespread power outages into Monday, flood threat with snow melt and rain, and the worst weather is tomorrow morning through the evening. This is just the beginning. This is an appetizer right now. We haven't gotten into 30, 50, 70 mile-an-hour wind gusts. That's this blue here, 70 plus, right along the immediate coastline over towards Penobscot Bay and the islands. Most places, though, are going to see that 55, 60-ish kind of range, and then some are get up around 70, but most are going to be around 55, and that's going to definitely bring down some of those trees and those limbs. You also have the road damage inundation happening with the afternoon high tide tomorrow around 2:45 to 3 o'clock, heading from down east to the mid-coast into the southern coast. So it's going to be bad. I mean, the rain's going to pick up tonight. You see that here in the hour-by-hour forecast. Whole state is locked in the green. You see the wind coming up from the southeast, and I'll stop it as we get into the 9 o'clock in the morning hour. That's when it really gets heavy. That's why I say right now, not joking, it is going to get a lot worse tomorrow morning than it is right now, okay? Especially the southeast-facing slopes. I'm thinking about the May 1st issue we had with all of those culverts being washed away and damaged. That is likely going to happen again. Obviously a different storm, but yes, big time problems still going on at 5 o'clock in the afternoon on the southeast facing slopes. That's the bullseye for the storm. The wind is going to be howling really all day tomorrow, from the time you wake up until maybe just before you go to sleep, unless you're up here down east, but straight due south. 60 mile an hour wind there close to it in Wiscasset, Rockland 58. And notice that finally the wind dies down Monday night, but I mean, add 3 to 6 inches of rain, White Mountains, Western Mountains, foothills, and that's going to be big problems once again for those culverts. 2 to 3 pretty much about statewide. Power outages are going to be moderate to widespread. You'll see those once again tomorrow starting around midday going into the afternoon and evening time. Storm warning is up because we have gusts going up to 60 knots. Seas building to 22 feet. And then as we get into Tuesday, it is all over. Just a few showers, rain or snow, not a big deal. Wednesday, we're dry and clear. A lot of traveling going on as you get later into the week, especially by Saturday. And then obviously Christmas Eve is Sunday. Lots of sun, 38. Take that any year. And for the coast, tomorrow, that's where the rain and wind will be bad. But I can tell you that even as far inland as Augusta is going to see the potential for localized damaging winds, Sam. And this is no joke. Anytime you're getting around 50, 60 miles an hour inland.
And as you mentioned, normally the past couple of weeks, the western mountains were benefiting from snow rather than rain. Not the case during this storm. And we just heard Saddleback closed tomorrow. Also hearing from the power companies, they are preparing for the storm. So it's got our attention.
Yeah, unfortunately, the snow is going to go away except for the high peaks. I mean, it's just not going to have a white Christmas around here this year.
We'll take the sunshine, I guess.
Yeah.
All right, Jason. Thank you.